Are your sulfur burps driving everyone out of the room? If you're taking a GLP-1 medication like Ozempic or Mounjaro, those rotten egg sulfur burps are one of the most complained about side effects, so you are definitely not alone. Today, we're covering exactly why sulfur burps happen and the best real user and science-backed ways to knock them out or reduce them big time, so that you can manage an elevator ride without having to blame the guy next to you for the stench. I'm Carrie. I'm a nurse practitioner who's lost 50 pounds on Tirzepatide and over 110 pounds from my highest weight. And this video is for general education purposes only, and it is not a substitute for personalized medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult your healthcare provider before making any changes to your medications, diet, or lifestyle. Okay, so let's dive into it. Why do sulfur burps happen when we're taking GLP-1 medications? First off, these medications, they slow down gastric emptying. So the food that you eat hangs out in your stomach much longer than when you weren't taking these medications. That extra time in the stomach lets the bacteria in your gut ferment those undigested foods. And fermenting foods produce gas, and the easiest way for that gas to escape is up through your mouth, so you get belching. And because your food is sitting longer in your stomach, your gut may actually increase the amount of bacteria that can digest and ferment all that food, which means even more gas. See, isn't your body helpful? Now, that nasty rotten egg smell specifically comes from a gas called hydrogen sulfide. But not all fermentation creates hydrogen sulfide equally. Proteins, especially sulfur-rich ones like eggs, red meat, dairy, as well as broccoli, onions, garlic, those are the main culprits for true sulfur burps. Gut bacteria break down sulfur-containing amino acids from these foods into this smelly hydrogen sulfide gas. When you burp the stuff up, everyone around you is going to notice. Now, carbohydrates and sugars, we're talking especially about simple carbs like sweets, sodas, bread, pizza, even some starches. They ferment too, and they will often ferment faster and more noticeably in your gut that has been slowed down already by the GLP-1 medication. These carbohydrates feed bacteria quickly, producing a lot of other gases like carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and methane, but they don't generally produce the rotten egg-smelling hydrogen sulfide gas. But these other gases that the carbs do produce, they can cause bloating and pressure and regular burping as well. And all this extra gas can push up any built-up hydrogen sulfide gas upward, making your sulfur burps feel worse and more frequent after carb-heavy meals. So many people will report that pizza, sugary stuff like that will trigger sulfur burps, and really it's not so much the carbs and the sugars directly making the sulfur smell. They just increase the amount and volume of the gas that's in there along with the sulfury smelling stuff. So you just burp bigger and more often. There's one other thing worth mentioning that can make sulfur burps worse for some people. A lot of people don't realize that they're actually lactose intolerant or sensitive to dairy. So if you are one of these people and you are eating more dairy products, that can also cause sulfur burps itself, as well as other stomach discomfort. So if on these medications you've changed your diet to add in more dairy products, that can also be making things even worse. But honestly, it's the combination that really makes this bad. You have slow gut movement, which gives more time for food to ferment into gases. And that food sitting there longer can result in a shift in your bacteria so that you have more bacteria to make even more gas. And then we combine that with sulfur-rich foods that break down into the nasty smelling gas. And then we add some fermenting carbs and sugars, causing more of other gases on top of it, making you feel more bloated and burping even more. And then let's not forget, a lot of high fiber carbohydrates like beans and veggies can ferment further down in your GI tract, like down in your colon, giving you gas coming out the other end too, right? Fun. But the bottom line is really this. The root of the problem is slow movement of food through your gut, plus the bacterial over-fermentation of whatever's lingering inside of there. Proteins mostly drive the sulfur smell most directly, but carbs and sugars amp up the volume and the pressure. And before we get into how to fix it, thumbs up and hit that subscribe button now. It takes only 2 seconds and it really helps the channel. Okay, so what actually helps stop or reduce the sulfur burps? And remember, these are general strategies that many people find helpful, not personalized medical advice. All right, so first off, go with smaller meals more frequently if needed. Overloading your stomach means more fermentation, and smaller portions can result in less gas buildup. Next, you want to pay attention to your symptoms and what you're eating to try to avoid trigger foods, especially during dosage increases. Trigger foods are likely to include high sulfur proteins like eggs, red meat, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, as well as things like onions and garlic. You might need to cut back temporarily. Also make note of whether carb-heavy and sugary foods make it worse for you. Foods like pizza, candies, sweets, processed carbs, or big starch loads. Many people will find that these worsen overall burping and gas that carries those sulfur notes. You can opt for lower fermentable carbs like rice or oats, and in moderation. And watch to see if dairy affects you as well. Okay, next, stay hydrated because getting enough water can help dilute things and also help move food along through your GI tract. You can also try an over-the-counter remedy, but again, consult your healthcare provider first to ensure that it's safe for you. Gas-X is one that can help break up gas bubbles for some people, and Pepto-Bismol can bind to the hydrogen sulfide and may help quickly for some people. But be sure that you're not taking more of these than is recommended. There are some other quick natural tricks that people have told me help them, though I'll be totally honest, we don't really have good science to back up these things. But I have been told that a little bit of diluted apple cider vinegar can help. Other people tell me peppermint or ginger tea helps them. Again, can't say for sure that that really works. Don't have the backup. But there are some lifestyle things that really do help. Walking after you eat helps speed up your gut motility and will help food move through faster. You should also eat slowly and chew well. Avoid lying down after a meal. And if burps spike really badly after a dose increase, talk to your healthcare provider about potentially slowing your titration schedule. For most people, the problem fades as your body adapts, and that's over weeks to months, so it's not a quick fix. But if it's nonstop, if it's really painful, or if it's with vomiting, be sure to see your doctor to rule out anything else. And like I mentioned earlier, these are general strategies, not personalized medical advice. Talk to your doctor about your symptoms. And drop me a comment below. Do carbs and sugars make yours worse? What fixed it for you? Let's share tips together. All right, thumbs up if this helped. Share with a friend suffering quietly, and subscribe now if you haven't already. You've got this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.